Hey everyone, I am Malanne Slater-Coleman, a psychotherapist, and today I want to talk about something that really moved me while I was watching the Braxtons on WeTV. I never watched WeTV, but I was watching the Braxtons for some reason starting from season 1, so I'm on episode 3, and watching the sisters process their grief from the loss of their sister. And Trina's story really resonated with me. So in this episode 3, we see Trina Braxton processing not just one loss, but two: the death of her beloved sister and her ex-husband as well. And as a therapist, I wanted to just unpack what we're seeing through the lens of grief, trauma, and the very real emotional toll that comes with layered loss, okay? So Trina shares that she's struggling to sleep, replaying the moment of watching her sister take her last breath. That's not just sadness, that is trauma. So when someone witnesses a loved one's death, especially in such an intimate, painful way, the body stores that experience. The nervous system goes into survival mode. Fight, flight, freeze, and there's a fourth one, fawn. And sometimes it never fully turns off. Okay, so what Trina is describing sounds like symptoms of post-traumatic stress intertwined with grief. So she's not only mourning her sister, she's also reliving the moment of loss over and over again. That's what we call post-traumatic grief. So post-traumatic grief, it's a blend of deep sorrow and traumatic memory as well. On top of that, Trina is also grieving her ex-husband's passing, or she previously grieved it. That kind of loss can be emotionally confusing because even when a relationship ends, love, history, and emotional attachment don't just disappear, okay? So we can grieve someone we were not even currently with because their presence shaped us, because there were dreams once shared, or because there's regret and unfinished emotional business. That's what makes grief so complex. It's not linear, it's not clean, and it's not always socially recognized. So, I guess in terms of being socially recognized, which that is everything that we call disenfranchised grief. It's a kind of grief society doesn't always validate because the relationship does not fit the traditional mold. When you have multiple losses close together, especially when one was traumatic, your system can feel completely overwhelmed, okay? You might notice trouble sleeping or staying asleep, avoidance of reminders or certain places. You might experience emotional numbness or irritability, flashbacks or intrusive thoughts. That's how layered grief affects the body and mind, okay? You might also notice, I guess for some people, grief like this also brings up existential questions. Things like, why them? Or why now? And I saw that Tony was also experiencing that. It should not have been my sister, it should have been me. And when those questions have no clear answers, it just adds another layer of pain. So here, the importance of self-compassion and seeking help. Here's why it's important. So Trina's openness about how she's feeling is actually a form of healing. She's also seeking grief counseling. When we name our pain, we start to take its power away. So healing from trauma and grief does not mean forgetting. It means integrating the loss into your story in a way that allows you to now live again. So therapy, support groups, journaling, prayer, and movement can all help the body and mind reconnect safely. There's no timeline for healing, but there's a pathway, and it starts with grace for yourself. So, as we watch Trina process her pain, let's remember that behind every public face is a private battle, and grief looks different for everyone. So if you've experienced a traumatic loss or multiple losses close together, please know that you're not alone. What you're feeling is not weakness. It's the body's way of asking for care, asking for compassion and support. I'd love to hear your thoughts. How have you navigated grief in your life? What has helped you heal? I want you to share in the comments so others can feel less alone, okay? And if this video resonated, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me for more conversations where we blend real life, real healing, and real mental health. Again, I'm Malanne Slater Coleman, a psychotherapist. Thank you for watching.